Hi guys, it's John here, and this is a battery drain test between the Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, S25 Ultra and the S24 Ultra. So all phones started at 100%, but I did do a Geekbench and leave them for a few minutes just to get them off that 100% mark and get the test results hopefully a bit more accurate. You never know when you're at 100% how long it's going to take to go down to 99%, so that was just to give them a bit of a warm up. So we then moved on to a call test here. So this is a 1 hour call test between the phones. And yeah, they all have slightly different SIMs in, so they'll be connected to different networks. But between them, they lost about 4 to 6% each on the call test. They all do currently have Wi-Fi turned off at the moment, so the first few tests here do have Wi-Fi turned off. This is just to make it slightly more realistic, as if you're out and about with your phone, to get an idea as to how much you might lose not connected to Wi-Fi. We then moved on to the standby test. So again, no Wi-Fi still, but an hour of the always on display just ticking away there whilst you're out and about. Nothing too exciting here apart from the fact that the S24 Ultra did lose 4% in this part of the test, which is quite a lot really for an hour of standby. So maybe that's the fact it's a year old and its battery has degraded somewhat, but yeah, 4% loss isn't the best really. So after that I moved on to a 4K 30fps video recording test here, and this is just recording for 30 minutes at 4K 30 like I say, and this is just to give it a bit of a feel as to how much you might use up if you're out and about taking videos and photos. And after that I moved on to a render test, so we're now rendering the video, and this is quite interesting. Look how fast the S24 Ultra renders that video compared to the other phones. Very interesting results there, but they did lose about 6% each on the rendering and about 10 to 12% on the video recording. You can see now it moved on to Google Maps, and this is 60 minutes of just having Google Maps open with the GPS active. So I haven't planned a route or anything, but you can see here we're just spinning around on the globe just to get it to be processing a bit in the background. And the phones here lost between 8 and 12% battery each. You can see, however, the S24 Ultra is struggling to keep up with the others. It's just ticking down to about 60% now, so it's not doing too good there. Then moved on to X, and this is just going to be scrolling up and or down for an hour of just scrolling through Twitter basically. We have moved on to Wi-Fi now, so this will give you more of an idea as to how much you might use whilst you're at home. So scrolling through Twitter for an hour, every phone here used up 7% battery. Okay, and moving on to the next test now, we have TikTok here for an hour as well. And yeah, just constantly scrolling up and up and just getting it to load from the Wi-Fi. Even if it's just for a short video, it does use up a fair bit of battery here. So the S25 using 9, S25 Plus 7, 25 Ultra 8, and the 24 Ultra 12%. Right, next up we moved on to Instagram, and again just Instagram Reels scrolling for an hour. Here we can see the S24 Ultra below 40% now. S25 is still doing pretty well considering it's only got a 4000 mAh battery compared to the 5000 in the S24 Ultra. And we see that after an hour, S25 lost 9, S25 Plus 8, S25 Ultra 8, and S24 Ultra lost 10%. So next up I wanted to simulate doing some gaming here, and what I've done is the Steel Nomad Lite stress test here. So this is just simulating playing a game for 20 minutes at a time basically. So I ran this test twice in a row, and just to get a bit of a feel as to if you've been playing some games whilst during your day, like I'm sure most people probably do. So yeah, just 40 minutes of gaming here, but this was the biggest drain on all phones. The S25 lost 24%, S25 Plus 25%, S25 Ultra 23%, and the S24 Ultra lost 31%. So we're coming up to the S24 Ultra losing its last few percent here, and that was during the hour of YouTube that we're watching here. So 8 hours and 33 minutes for the S25 Ultra. Pretty poor really, when you see that the other phones here still have a long way to go. So next up I moved up to a Prime video here. This is another 60 minutes. I had to download the video fully before I could stream it on more than 2 devices. So this is actually now playing the 3 or 4 gig video that was downloaded. And this is where I get a bit confused, as you'll see. So basically when the S25 goes to the very dark display here. So yeah, I was sat here watching it, I popped and got a drink and came back and it looked like it completely died. So I initially wrote down a time of 10 hours 25, but it is actually still going, as you can see here. You can see on the left the S25 is actually still playing that film in the background. So I came back unaware, my camera then died, as you can see, so the actual battery on the camera died. So when I actually heard a vibration at 11:21, I turned around and saw, well, the 2 phones are still running here, the Plus and the Ultra, so I realised it was actually the 25 that hadn't quite died yet. So it got 11 hours and 21 minutes, which is a fantastic score really for a 4000 mAh little phone. So anyway, we're just carrying on now with some more scrolling for the last 2 phones. We did do another standby for an hour, and then we moved on to some more TikTok. And then we moved on to Instagram next, and you can see here this is when the S25 Ultra died at 13 hours and 2 minutes, which is really a fantastic score. But look at the S25 Plus going, it's still got a few percent left to hold it out to 13 hours and 17 minutes. So that's some really impressive times here from the new S25 range. So that Snapdragon 8 Elite is really showing it's very efficient. I'll put these scores on the screen here for a few moments if you want to pause and check out the different percentages and how much was lost. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below. The winner here is the S25 Plus, which was certainly unexpected considering it's only got a 4900 mAh battery compared to the 5000 in the S25 Ultra. So let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. Be sure to check out my benchmark comparison as well between these few phones. And I do have a camera comparison coming soon, so be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified when that comes out.